Afternoon, commuters. How are you today? As you can see, I am in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Welcome to my world. A special world that it is. So, what should we talk about today, commuters? Let me tell you what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about lunatics. We're going to talk about crazies. We're going to talk about nut jobs that think it's perfectly all right to go to a baseball field and shoot a congressman, a lobbyist, and a police officer. That sounds like a joke, doesn't it? But it's not a joke. This man from Illinois, who is a Bernie supporter, committed a despicable act and shot 3 people yesterday before he was killed by the Capitol Police. 3 people. Also yesterday, that you might not have heard about, is a man, a UPS worker in San Francisco, walked into his place of business and killed 3 of his coworkers before waiting for the police to arrive so he could turn the gun on himself. So, now what I'm hearing is not many people are paying attention to the fact that 3 people died on the West Coast. 3 people. Not many people are paying any attention to the fact that we didn't have not 1, but 2 shootings in this country yesterday. Nope, they're all talking about the congressman and left-wing. If they're on the right, then they're blaming left-wing rhetoric. And if they're on the left, they're going, oh my God, we need to tone things down. Well, I'm not saying that maybe we shouldn't be a little nicer to each other. What I am saying is, you're full of it. Both sides, left and right. The right, because they never say it's their rhetoric when a man walks into a church and kills 9 people. No, that's just a lone wolf. And the left, because, what are we, patsies? Are you kidding me? We should tone it down? Hey, we may be gentle snowflakes, but winter is coming. There is no reason we should be toning it down. None of us are calling for the death of Congress. None of us are saying, hey, somebody ought to shoot the president. Let's get real here. Let's not pretend that our rhetoric is the same as their rhetoric, for number 1. And number 2, let's have the conversation we should be having. Is how in the world did 2 lunatics on 2 different coasts of this country manage to get 2 different weapons to shoot 2 sets of people? Let's ignore the fact that one of them was a congressman, because quite frankly, he's no different than the rest of us. He's just a congressman. And quite frankly, Rand Paul last year said, hey, what are guns for except to shoot your government? That's not exactly what he said. I'll get you the right quote, but he actually said it. I went and found his Twitter account where he wrote it. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at his Twitter account and it was right there. So let's forget that. The conversation should be, how do we stop these lunatics from getting a hold of guns? Now, I'm just going to go back a little bit through history. Just a little. 1963, lunatic gets a gun, shoots the governor of Texas and the president of the United States. Governor of Texas survives. President of the United States does not. 1981, lunatic gets a gun, shoots the president of the United States, and what was James Brady? His press secretary. Didn't kill either of them. To tell you the truth, my memory's a little foggy. I don't remember if he killed either of them. I don't think he did. Got a gun. Earlier, let's jump back early a little bit. Man gets a gun and kills John Lennon right outside his own apartment building. The list goes on. The list goes on. My entire childhood, there was some lunatic with a gun shooting somebody. And through all of this, we haven't done a damn thing to make sure it doesn't happen again. Sandy Hook, 26 people. 20 of them are children. There are 26 sets of parents in the world mourning the death of their children. And before you go, Julia, there was only 20 children. Those 6 adults were somebody's children. And what happened then? What happened? Oh, it must have been fake. It was faked. It was to get your guns. No, there are 26 dead people lying in graveyards right now. And did we do anything? No. Columbine, I forget which year, 94? I think 94? 2 teenagers shoot up a high school. Did we do anything? No. The conversation we should be having is not about rhetoric. It's not about, oh, the right said this, the left said that. No. The conversation we should be having is, how do we stop lunatics from getting guns? That's the conversation we should be having. Anything else is BS. The conversation we should be having is, how do we stop the nut jobs from getting guns? Because who's next? They can get to a congressman, they can get to anybody. And they're nut jobs. And they will sit there and they will try to figure it out. And they will, and yes, I realize that there is no way we can stop 100% of them. But couldn't we make a little bit more of an effort so that we stop some more of them? Why do these people still have weapons? Why is it that easy? And why is the conversation on both the right and the left, although the right is also calling for more guns if you listen to Congressman Brooks, why is the conversation on both the right and the left right now rhetoric? We've got to stop the rhetoric. Actually, the right is saying the left has to stop the rhetoric. They're not saying they have to stop theirs, just ours. Why is censorship the answer? Why isn't it, let's control our weapons and who gets them? And let's have background checks and let's have training and let's figure this out. Those are dangerous weapons. Why are we discussing speech? Why? So that's what I got to say today. I've been told that pointing out the hypocrisy of the right wing is polarizing. I disagree with that. I'm not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to tell you this is the conversation we need to be having. Any other stuff is fluff. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. And I know that the good-hearted people who are saying rhetoric, they feel bad today. We all feel bad today. But it's not just about the congressman that was shot yesterday. It is about the 3 people who were shot in the UPS office yesterday too. Okay? So that's what I want to hear. That's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I want to hear. I wasn't even going to comment on this because it is polarizing. And I thought, you know what? I can't shut up. So have a good day, commuters. What's left of it.